I'm going to explain my number one price action rule that I have, and it's called the first test rule. Now, this is the only price action I actually use because I'm not super fond of price action other than it telling me if there's going to be a potential higher high or a lower low for structural continuation in the market. So, what I mean by that is as prices move through areas, right, as they move through balances and distributions, for instance, if we have a balanced area like this, right, that starts from down here, right, all the way over here, if this is one individual balance, the first test rule indicates once we actually get a clean entrance into that balance area, from a price action perspective, the first time we retest that region, when we pull back into it, is going to be the highest probability that you have for a pullback continuation in the direction of that trend. So, with that in mind, right, from that, if I get a first test into a key area, for instance, over here, and I take this short and we have a decent move, right? It's a solid move. But the issue here is that we're not trying to make lower lows. I then abandon the idea of the second, third, fourth test, whatever it is, because there's a higher probability that there's going to be a change in structure based on that information. So if I apply the first test, meaning every time I enter into an area of balance, I want to be on the first test of the retest of that extreme. So for instance, if I'm moving into this balance anew over here, and this is the balance bottom, the top is all the way up here at about 800. So if I'm moving into this area, then I want to be on the first test of this region because that presents the highest probability that I'm actually going to create a move in that direction for a potential higher high. If I fail to make a new high and we keep testing this area, there's a higher probability that second, third, fourth are going to fail, just like this instance here. So we get the cleaner expansion first test. Okay, the highs are very incremental. The more that we test the same area without really drastic higher highs, the higher of a probability we're actually going to break down to the downside. That's a mistake I made. So if you want to learn how to use auction market theory and this price action principle, check out community.tradeproacademy.com because using both of these together with order flow is extremely powerful to making sure you're on the right side of the moves. So I'll see you guys there.